Alright everyone, welcome back to another replay analysis. We got a fairly short game here. Seems to be a cheese defense problem, so we'll just start from the beginning and blast through this one pretty easily. So, Rezi, being the person that submitted this one. Damn, I guess I should have gotten to 3 minutes anyway. I already don't know what to say. Oh well. Alright, so we'll see what Billy does. A lot of times, the way Protosses are losing to cheese at this in this metagame right now, this is some cheese, is by being too greedy, like way too greedy. Mothership cores allow us to be extremely greedy in the early games, but there's still like a fine line to be crossed. Alright, so right now I can see that we have done absolutely 0 scouting, which is bad. Usually if you don't probe scout, which more people are stopping doing that recently, what you want to do is at least, once we see that there's no Reapers, which usually we know by the fact that Reaper usually comes in when the Mothership core finishes. So if you see no Reapers, we can send the Mothership core across to try and scout and get an idea as to what's going on. But yeah, so we do a pretty normal expand here. That's nice. And we get our Stalker out. I feel like this was kind of late, but I could be wrong. Alright, so we got our Stalker coming out. Should be following it up with like a Sentry. Oh, we go double Forge. Really early. Okay. So. Alright. This looks like the parting build that I do, with like really fast 2/2 upgrades with Charge with Archon, which is quite good, but we need to scout. That's a large part in this. Alright, so let's see how he follows this up. So Sentry, alright, that's good. Ah man, there's just, this game is just scouting. Yeah. We need some form of scouting. We can't just go blind double Forge before anything off one gate with a Mothership core, Stalker, and 2 Sentries without scouting. We need to scout. At least have something like in like these pathways to see if anything's coming if we don't want to fully commit to a scout. Because we need to see what's going on. Alright, so overcharge goes down. Also, having the Mothership core so far forward is questionable. In PvZ, that's fine because none of the units attack air that early, but in PvT, obviously, we've got these Marines here. So, should really leave the Mothership core back so we can save that. So, overcharge is good. That's nice. At this point, we need to get units out ASAP. I see no way you can possibly hold this expansion, so you really should just honestly abandon it, and probably should have just photon overcharged the main. Alright, so he's backing up for a little bit, so that's good. We need to be warping in. We need to, oh my god, we need to warp in so much right now. Okay, this is really bad. Seeing him back up, this doesn't mean he's done. This doesn't mean you've held and that you can continue to be greedy. This means he's just waiting for this overcharge to finish so he can just walk in without any problem at all. We need units out really hard right now. Preferably Stalkers. Alright. Okay, that is just the worst force field I've ever seen, to be quite honest. Like, just looking at this, what purpose does this serve? It's just not doing anything at all. Like, that prevented these 4 Marines from getting to the front by like a second. It was just so unnecessary, and now he's just going to be able to walk right up, and we can't even force field him out of our main yet. And we lose the Mothership core again, which is obviously not good. Still haven't warped in another unit. By the way, this is a Diamond and Platinum level game. I forgot. I always keep forgetting to mention that in the beginning. I gotta keep remembering to do that. Alright, so we're losing some probes here. Didn't even start 1-1. If anything, start 1-1. At least use the forges, man. Cannons obviously also would be good since we got the double forge. That's our only other thing we could be possibly doing except warping as much as we can and using overcharge. So like while the overcharge was going down, we should have been setting up massive amounts of cannons. Like look at all this money we have since we only have one gateway operational. If you just spammed out cannons and warped in a couple more sentries to force field away like in this choke, you would have actually been pretty fine. But now we're just losing units, and our warp gate is also kind of late for these ones. Also not warping in right when we can. There we go. But again, it's just like, this is way too late at this point. This is so many Marines. There's a 5 Rex. So yeah, this is pretty much just scouting, and then kind of like critical, or some panic mode management. So this game is just being able to, is just making sure you at least do some form of scouting. Whether it be just keeping some units over here or here to see if he's going to be doing an early attack, sending a probe scout to see what he's doing, or a mothership core to see what he's doing after we know that there's no Reapers coming. And then once we see that this is coming, overcharge to delay, get some more sentries out, or stalkers. This map is good for sentries though, since it's fairly narrow. We can force field, and then just spam cannons since we got the 2 double forges early on. And then we would have been fine. And then also start 1-1 since we have the money. And then we would have been able to do a very nice counter push if he didn't just leave at the after the initial Marines died. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. So.